Tonight, a deadline to appeal a PGE project affecting Forest Park is approaching. You have until next Friday, the 21st, to weigh in on the plan that requires taking out hundreds of trees. The utility wants to upgrade its transmission line and add another. Katu's Allison Gutlieber has the latest.
A 5-phase project from PGE. The current and the most controversial phase is looking to upgrade an existing transmission line in Forest Park, as well as add a brand new 1,400-foot transmission line, which they say will increase reliability. Now, if this phase goes through, 376 trees would be removed. Some groups have concerns about this.
And it may not be the entirety of the park itself, but it's enough to consider a possible slippery slope of future expansion. I'm a lot concerned that that this opens up the opportunity for others to try and get permits to remove trees and fill streams and wetlands within the park itself.
We brought these concerns to PGE. They say they went through an extensive land use application and public process.
Met all of the criteria that we need the project, that we've considered all of the alternatives that are not viable, that we have a good, robust mitigation plan in place that's consistent with the Forest Park Natural Resources Plan. So future phases, any future phases, because this area is full of transmission lines, would need to go through the same rigorous process, and we're fully committed to that.
Forest Park Conservancy also has concerns about the feedback, saying community input has been opposed to this by large. PGE spokesperson says they held 6 open houses last year with many neighborhoods in support and opposition.
So, we look at that really seriously, and that I would say was something we took into account when we knew this project would go under such significant scrutiny.
That was Allison Gutlieber reporting.
Wildlife advocates raising concerns about a roughly 5-acre PGE project that could be coming to Forest Park. PGE says the project is part of creating more efficient energy resources, though it admits that it will need to cut down hundreds of trees for that project. KT's Tanvi Verma joins us from Forest Park now. And Tanvi, what are the greater implications on wildlife here?
Well, Barry, advocates say that this place is home to countless animals who are native here, and that this project could displace them and impact the greater ecosystem.
This right here is 5,200-acre Forest Park. On the northern tip is where PGE's roughly 5-acre proposed project could take place.
This project is really critical because much of our transmission system was built in the 60s and 70s. Very little of it has been upgraded since then. We have buses and commercial trucks that now run on, electricity as opposed to fossil fuels. And that's really important to be able to electrify as we work to affect the warming climate.
The project would result in the loss of about 376 trees.
Which includes 150-year-old trees, 2 streams, and wetlands, which are knitted together in a complex ecosystem that is diverse and provides so many homes for wildlife and a water source.
Micah Maskell with the Bird Alliance of Oregon is not just worried about displaced wildlife.
If we allow development in that park for a proposal like this, it will make the next impact easier.
On the other hand, PGE has pledged to plant more trees than it takes down.
PGE says on their website that they're going to mitigate all direct impacts in the park and that they're going to improve the habitat with tree canopies and wildlife corridors. What's your take on that?
Yeah, my take is those benefits that they're purporting to make will be realized in 150 years from now. And what we need is the habitat now.
So we went back and brought that concern to PGE. The wildlife advocate I spoke with said that the replanting of trees would still displace wildlife because it would take time for those trees to grow. How do you guys plan to mitigate that impact?
So there would be temporary disruption to the area. However, the process is somewhat slow, and it would be done in a way that would be seasonally accommodating to wildlife habitat.
And the city of Portland will have a hearing on this project on the 29th. As of now, nobody within the city has been able to give us a comment on where they stand. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Tanvi Verma, K2 News.
That'll be an interesting one to watch, Tanvi. Thank you.